Welcome to my channel, Being You Now. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today I'm doing your daily reading. If this reading doesn't resonate, head over to the videos tab. There might be another reading that is more suitable for your individual circumstance. Please place energy and general roles where they belong. This is a collective read, not a one-to-one read. For a personal reading, it's the first link in the description box. And if you desire to hop on a call for a reading with me, you can just hashtag tarot. So there were two cards that I saw in your pre-shuffle, and they were both eights. So eights is all about abundance. It's about prosperity. It's about welcoming wealth. And the two cards I saw were the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. That is all about getting rewarded for the hard work that you have been putting in, and also getting some form of communication. For some of you, this could come as a surprise. You may not be expecting it. You may not even have thought that it is coming your way, and then you are surprised that it does. Okay, so let's see. What is your current overall energy? Let me know in comments, are you enjoying these daily reads? I am really enjoying doing this for the collective. A number of you constantly have commented and reached out asking me to do, other signs, because my channel for a very long period of time was just focusing on Aries. And I find that this is a nice way to connect with the collective. Sometimes we just need a message that, when the message is for you, it finds you. That's how I feel. That's my personal experience being in tarot land and oracle land for so long. And sometimes it's about receiving. I find that there's always a message there somewhere, depending on your situation for you. And sometimes if you're drawn to something, there is a reason why you're drawn to something, isn't it? It's an energy thing. It's a feeling thing. It's a deep sense of knowing thing. And it's also sometimes for us to just listen to what we need to hear, and not, it's what we, not what we want, but what we need is what becomes important. Anyway, let's check and let me know, do you love this new setup or what? I was just admiring and playing with this. I have to show you this beauty. Look how magnificent it is. It's just like so gorgeous. And I was just admiring it before I switched on the record button, because it is just a beauty. It is such a beauty. And it's very heavy, by the way, as you can tell. So anyway, I have been admiring this beauty, and it is just, I wish you could feel the energy and the vibration of this. Is just like, look at that. Look at that. Like, it changes. It's got so much depth and characteristic to it. She's a beauty. She's an absolute beauty. Anyway, so I digress, but I was just admiring this before I hit the record button, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to share this little gem of beauty, but not only little gem of beauty, it's the energy. It's just this beautiful, blissful, calming vibe. I wish you could feel it. I hope that from the video you can still feel it. Anyway, you let me know as you see fit in comments. We've got the Page of Cups in your overall energy. Ooh, the Five of Wands and the Empress card. Okay, this Empress card I can relate to this Empress card right now. So I'll share what I'm picking up from these three cards for you, and then we can go into it in a bit more detail. In your overall energy, I feel like you are ready for a exciting new challenge. With the Five of Wands, I feel like you're looking for some excitement, but not too much, because as the Empress, you're quite comfortable. The Empress is just sitting there. She's enjoying the abundance, the wealth that she has created for herself. And that's all because she has endured challenges. She has, she's been through the fire. She has proven she's paid her dues, essentially. She's paid her dues, and that is why she's in Empress mode, because of all the trials and tribulations that she would have gone through, whether it's in life, in career, in business, in money, whatever it is. She's learned those lessons. She's integrated them. That is what puts her in the Empress position, because she comes from a place of knowing, knowledge, wisdom, and that brings that abundance, luxury, wealth, money in the form of money, in the form of comfort, in the form of luxury, in the form of support, in the form of appreciation, in the form of people look up to the Empress. She's the Queen of the Queens, in the form of resources. And this Page of Cups, I really feel like this is, this is your overall energy. So I'm just going to focus on you at this moment in time. I feel like these three cards are very clearly talking about you filling your own cup. You're giving yourself that love, that care, that attention that you would ordinarily seek from somebody else. If I just focus on these two cards, Empress and the Page of Cups is you filling your cup. You're not relying on someone, something, or a situation to fill your own cup. You know how to take care of yourself. You know what resources you need. You know what level of support it is that you desire and need in your life. So you are, it's this card of self-sufficiency, but not from a place of arrogance or ego. It's from a place of knowing experience. It's almost like you have endured so much in your life that now you have this wisdom, and it's from that wisdom and knowingness you know how things make you feel, basically. So how people, places, situations make you feel, and then from that place and knowing, you also know what you're available for and what you're not available for. So with this Five of Wands, for example, if there are people, places, situations that are just hard work, that are just not in alignment, you are happy to let them go. You are happy to, you're like, I'm not available for that. Just trivial drama is not what floats your boat anymore, because you have already been there, done that. And these minor things, they're just minor things. And that's that whole Empress energy, isn't it? Empress is all about, she is very, very grounded. So this little, it's almost giving me like gossip vibes, backstabbing vibes, or that lower vibration and energy vibe. That's probably the best way to put it. Low energy and vibration vibe. And she's like, nah, that's not for me. I've got bigger fish to fry, literally, and that's kind of the energy she's in. And she also knows how to take care of herself. So with this Page of Cups as well, she may just decide that these little things are little things, and I'm not available for that. And this could be immaturity as well. She knows that this is immature energy, not thinking things through, not having enough experience. Could be life experience. Doesn't have to be that you have to be really old and wise. It can be just life experience. People's lives are different. And it's the things that the Empress has endured in her life has given her this sense of wisdom and knowledge. So I really like this energy, and this deeply resonates with me, particularly today. I'll just share something very, why it's resonating with me today. This morning, I just had a beautiful, beautiful start to my morning. It was very nourishing, healing, all surrounded by me taking care of myself, my needs, self-love, self-care. So this message is really, to me, it's like, oh my God, that's the energy and vibration I feel for today for me. So I'm just sharing that because it might help you understand how it might relate to you and your individual circumstances, and it sounds like an easy, here's the thing I want to say, because self-love and self-care, you might hear this terminology being thrown around, particularly on social media, but it sounds easy, but it often isn't. And it is, but it isn't. Here's why I want to say that. A lot of the times it's very easy for us to put everybody else's needs ahead of our own. And the Empress reminds us that for us to be that nurturer, provider, that resource source, we need to also look after ourselves. And I think that's kind of where this message is coming from, that, you can't fill from an empty cup. So you need to also make sure that you're filling your own cup. Because if you're a provider, if you're a single parent, if you have a family that relies on you, or if you're the one that is the homemaker, for example, looks after making sure the food's on the table, the house is in order, and all these other people's calendars, and you manage all of that, that still requires a lot of organization, and energy. So it's also that balance that, okay, you're doing all of this for the household and to maintain that balance for everybody else, but what about you? And that's kind of the message here. All right, I'm going to move on to what is coming towards you. I feel sometimes when these cards show up, I just felt like there are some really strong opening messages, and to get this combination, that's a very powerful message for somebody. Maybe you need to take some time out. Maybe you do need self-care. Maybe you do want to, just take that time to make that hair appointment, or upgrade your wardrobe, or have a spa day because you're feeling a little bit depleted with everything else that's going on. You let me know as you see fit in comments. But I love the Empress energy. Wow. So what's coming towards you is literally flying towards you, is what we can say with the cards. I can't make it up. Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Another Earth card. Five of Cups. So these cards came together. So I'm going to do them together. Five of Cups. King of Pentacles. Wow. Two of Swords, Nine of Cups. I mean, to be honest, for me, this combination right here, this is your ultimate wish fulfillment. So what is coming towards you? We've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. This is divine counterpart. This is, you know, if you're looking for love, this is a very solid, committed offer. King or Queen of Pentacles, but this is divine counterpart. So you could be king or queen or vice versa, whichever energy you want. But this is someone who wants to commit, wants to get married, wants to settle down, wants to move in together from a love perspective. And this is your ultimate wish fulfillment if commitment is something you're looking for. For others of you, if this is not to do with love, regarding money and resources, this is showing to me that your ultimate wish fulfillment is here and coming. You are going to be provided for. You will be able to be financially stable, be able to, you know, provide for yourself, your family, and build a legacy. I mean, the King and the Queen of Pentacles, this is building legacy vibes. This is being able to provide for your children, living, you know, you might even be able to, I don't know, buy them cars if that's what you desire, or pay for their tuition to university, whatever the desire is for you with these two cards. If that's, you know, if you have children, if it's for yourself, this is also having sufficient resources and money in abundance to buy a home, to have your own home, to have that security, to feel safe, to know that you will be able to retire comfortably. That is kind of the vibe here. This is a lot of wealth, fortune, abundance, and prosperity. That's what this is a wish fulfillment. Here's what I want to say, particularly with the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. I'll just show you those cards because they all came out together. So I feel like here, this Five of Cups, but this thing, to me, this whole energy is around money and career. So, or even a house. I'm going to use the word asset, right? So this Five of Cups, this is feeling loss and despair. So say, for example, if you've been applying for jobs, if you have been putting in applications for home loans or application to, you know, buy a house, and you keep getting rejection after rejection, you're focusing on what hasn't worked. But there is something there that's still available. And I feel like to me, you have two options, which you maybe, depending on where you are on your timeline, you may not be able to see these two options. Or they haven't come into fruition, because I feel like with these two cards, Two Cups, Two Swords. So I feel like you've got two options that you will have a choice and a decision to make. And whichever decision you make is going to be ultimately taking you to your wish fulfillment. So don't focus on loss and despair is your biggest piece of guidance and advice at this moment in time. It's about focusing on, well, what else is available? What is not available, you already know. So say, for example, I look at it this way. I'll use the job example because it probably a lot of people can associate it with the job example, because you might have looked for work at some point in time, or you might be looking for work. So when, say, for example, you got a rejection letter from the applications you submitted 10 applications and you got 3 rejection letters. Now, you could focus on the fact that you got 3 rejection letters, or you could flip the narrative and say, you know what, at least I know that those 3 jobs, you know, out of the 10 jobs, I know that those 3 jobs are out of the equation. So you can basically move on. You know the outcome of those 3 jobs, they're not for you. Right here. I'm taking my energy and putting it elsewhere. And that's kind of what I feel the energy and vibe is here. To really focus on, okay, these ones didn't work out, but that doesn't mean there are not other jobs available. That doesn't mean that I've heard from all the jobs that I've applied for. It's about shifting that mindset. And I really feel like the reason why this, I know it's hard. It's hard when you're putting in all this effort and you keep getting rejection after rejection. Trust me, I have been there myself, so I know what it's like. Especially if I think of when I first moved to Australia. You know, like it was it's demotivating, because you're like, oh, am I not skilled enough? What do I need to do? You know, all these kind of things. What I want to say here is that these jobs that you've applied for, that you're getting rejections for, are not, so the key word is are not, your wish fulfillment. Spirit is aligning you to your wish fulfillment. So there is a job that's going to provide even more abundance, more wealth, more financial security, that is your wish fulfillment. But maybe you can't see it at this moment in time. Maybe because that job hasn't arrived, or maybe because you haven't interviewed. Maybe they have better benefits. Maybe they provide health insurance. Maybe they provide flexible working. Maybe you can work from home a few days a week. There could be so many other factors at play, and we have to remember that the way tarot and everything works, we work with free will. So whilst your free will would be that you want the job and you want it now, maybe that job is not available right this minute. Someone is still working in that job and that job vacancy needs to come up. But you can't see those things because you have your back towards it and you're not meant to know it because of divine timing and free will of other people. That person needs to use their free will to say, I'm quitting, hand in their resignation because before that job becomes available. So I just am using that as an example. Take what relates to you and apply it to your situation. As I said, this is a collective read, not a one-to-one read. For a personal reading, it's the first link in the description box. All right. So let's get you some advice. I actually love this reading. Like, there's a lot of wealth, abundance. I mean, this is the ultimate wish fulfillment. This is dreams do come true. You might not see it. It's literally, you cannot see it right now. She's blindfolded. You cannot see it. You feel stuck. You feel stagnant. But there is something happening in the works which will unfold with divine timing. All right. Let's get you some advice. Advice for my beautiful subscriber. What's the advice? Wow, so many cards wanted to come out. Let's just roll with it. I use this deck so much and it surprises me that the cards are stuck. So the moon, clearly, the advice is things are hidden. You can't see it. So it's just like the phases of the moon. You see the moon in its full glory at full moon. But at the moment, it's not full moon, so you can't see the full moon. You might see a crescent or you might see half moon, depending on where the moon cycle is. Your advice is to trust. Follow your intuition, trust your intuition. Also, work with moon energy. With the moon card showing up, this is a major arcana. So if there's things that you want to manifest, to bring to life, get involved in full moon ceremonies, in rituals. Put yourself in those places and spaces, and that's how you're going to manifest quickly. Now you've got 2 5s. So your biggest piece of advice is not to get too hung up on the loss situation, not to get hung up on, what you can't see. With these 2 5s, this is feeling left out in the cold. So you work on your mindset. Money Mind Reset is my signature program, if you didn't know. It's a game changer. I work personally one-on-one and I work with you on your belief systems. A lot of the times we feel lack, we feel scarcity. It's because our mindset, our thoughts, our belief systems, how our parents thought, our grandparents thought, and we've inherited it and it has become ingrained in us, knowingly or unknowingly. But then we get in this energy and vibration, which then stops us from manifesting our fullest life. So if you're constantly feeling that you keep going into lack mindset, scarcity mindset, Money Mind Reset is a game changer. If you don't want to commit for a full-blown program, I also offer one-off money coaching sessions. You can just hashtag money. But basically, in your advice position, the 5 of Pentacles is saying you need to change the way you think. You need to change your vibration. Because anytime you're in low vibration, you're going to attract... If you're in lack, you're going to attract more lack. If you're in abundance, plenty, prosperity, you will attract more of that. And that's what this moon card is saying. This moon card is literally saying that you need to work with your subconscious mind. That's your subconscious mind, for example, if you don't know what that is, you don't say to yourself, oh, I need to take an inhalation being you now. Hang on a second. I'm going to inhale. No, your subconscious mind takes care of that. You are inhaling, exhaling automatically. It's not automatically. Your subconscious mind knows how it's working. Same thing with your organs. You're not telling your stomach to say, hey, I've just had a meal. Can you please now digest it? No, your subconscious mind, it works with your organs and your body so that you have vitality and energy. So that's the power of the subconscious mind. There's a lot that goes on. Anyway, with these 2 cards though, really work on your mindset, okay? And what thoughts? I mean, look, the Wheel of Fortune. I could not even try, even if I tried a multi-million times to get this combination. This is huge windfall, abundance, wealth, windfall. Like literally, this is like a huge gift and windfall coming towards you, which is not only a windfall, but it's a wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups, as we saw earlier. To me, this reading couldn't get any better. So the wheel is going to turn and you are going to get what is yours. But in the advice position, The Wheel of Fortune can stay stationary, or it can move backwards, or it can move forward. You have the key to move the wheel in the direction of your desires. So with the Wheel of Fortune, you also have to do certain things. So I like to use the car analogy. So if the car is parked in the garage, it's not moving, right? So that's stationary. If you're driving the car, it's moving forward towards your destination. And that's what this Wheel of Fortune is saying. You need to do your bit, and the Wheel of Fortune will do its bit, because the energies are really supporting you. I mean, this is money, career, finance, over and over. With that many pentacles, Empress, King, Queen Pentacles showing up in the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is about money, career, finance for somebody. Now, for others of you, this could also be to do with releasing karmic ties, which have where you have felt left out in the cold, so you can have your wish fulfillment in terms of love. I can't make it up even if I tried. I mean, look at all these major arcanas. You've had 3 major arcanas pop up in your advice position. These 3. It's your advice is very, very simple. You want the Wheel of Fortune to move forward. You need to cut toxicity, toxic mindset, belief systems that don't serve you, that keep you stuck, because literally they are keeping you stuck. So you need to release things that are keeping you in the same pattern and thinking process and mindset, so that you can literally break free from those chains and you can move that wheel in the direction of your dreams to your ultimate wish fulfillment. Work with the moon energy, really work with the moon energy. I mean, a lot of the times people think, don't underestimate the power of rituals. When you're working with moon energy, the moon energy is different for each full moon and new moon, in my view, because that's how, like, every time I channel, I do offer moon manifestations, full moon manifestations, new moon manifestations. So if you haven't subscribed, just tap that subscribe button. It's completely free for you. That way you get notified when I'm offering these rituals, and you can participate in them as and when you feel called. I am a big believer, and I have seen this even when I was doing the 2024 readings for this year. Because of so many changes in astrology and the planetary alignments at this moment in time, and with Pluto in Aquarius, there is this whole focus about shining. The moon also helps us to shine light on areas that we need to focus on. This is another reason why it's so powerful and potent to work with the moon energy. Anyway, I'm not doing a whole class on why you need to work on with moon energy, but it would be a disservice for me, particularly if this is in your advice. Like, these are cards in your advice position right there. 3 major arcanas, which is pretty powerful and big in your advice. So to me, this is saying about removing those thoughts, patterns, people, places, situations that are holding you back from ultimately achieving your wish fulfillment. It's about listening to your intuition, divine guidance, working with the moon, releasing those beliefs, thoughts, patterns, mindset that are just basically keeping you small. What a powerful, powerful reading. If you desire a personal reading, it's the first link in the description box. I'm also offering readings over the phone. So if you'd like to hop on a call with me, just hashtag tarot and I can send you all the information on how to connect with me. And remember, the power that is you by being you now. And I will see you next time.